20.2 is out, and it is long. Personally, I thought it was going to be kind of shorter since everyone did like 15 minutes last time. Well, not everyone, the majority of people. But this is a 20-minute, or it's a 20-minute AMRAP. You will be working out for 20 minutes. You will be in pain for 20 minutes. So for those of you who haven't seen, it is a 20-minute AMRAP of 4 dumbbell thrusters. RX is 50 or 35 pounds, followed by 6 toes to bar, followed by 24 double unders. So for warm up, just kind of the first thing that we're going to talk about, shoulders, 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 shoulders. Your shoulders are going to be used for your thruster, for your clean, getting into your first thruster. Going to be used on your toes to bar, and going to be used on your double unders. Your shoulders have to be warmed up when you get going into it. So absolutely do banded shoulder drills. Hang off the bar, get some experience hanging off the bar, maybe even play around with the width of your grip for your toes to bar. You don't want to be too wide and you don't want to be too narrow. Right outside of your shoulders is that perfect width for those. So warm up your shoulders a lot. Obviously you need to warm up your engine, but you also need to warm up your lower back. So a good way to do that would actually be to row in addition to your double under. So doing some rowing will help warm up your lower back, especially for that first clean. As well, you need to be nice and tight on those thrusters, and then obviously on your toes to bar, you need a nice warm lower back. The other item is obviously you have a thruster, so we're just warming up our whole body here. Make sure you get some nice squats in, get a little bit of mobility, get some air squats in. That being said, it is not really the majority of the workout, so I don't think the squat, unless you are particularly deficient at squat, I don't think the squat will be the death factor for anyone in the workout. So shoulders, lower back, and your squats. As well, I would spend a little bit of time warming up your core. Maybe you do some hollow rocks, some dead bugs, just because you have a lot of this movement and this movement, so your core will be taxed for sure. So now that we have what we should warm up and how we should warm that up, let's specifically talk about the movements, and then we'll talk about my strategy for the workout. So the movements, that dumbbell thruster, just a little tip, if you have rubber plated dumbbells as opposed to metal, you're going to have a little bit of impact every time on your shoulder, and rubber will feel a little bit better. As well, it might feel nice to wear a shirt and just have that little bit of extra protection there. A little bit of a pro tip there. However, for your thruster, even the people in the announcement got a few no reps for depth. So make sure you have adequate depth on your thruster. As well, the most important part of your thruster is going to be your hip drive standing up. As I said, we got enough shoulders going along with our toes to bar and our double unders. We want to use the least amount of shoulders possible on our thruster. So what we need to do is have a nice strong pop out of the bottom, and our legs can take that just because we only have double unders and we have squats in the thruster for our legs, whereas we have shoulders for everything. So you get to rest your legs on your toes to bar. So that's your thruster movement. For your toes to bar, something that I would very much suggest, I already talked about this, is know your grip going in and exactly where your hands are going to be out, right outside of your shoulders. If you're really close here, now you're going to have a lot more strain and a lot more of a kip required to get all the way up there. On the flip side, if you're way out here, that's going to tax your shoulders more by having a wider grip. I know this seems like very wide on the bar, but people do it. So bring your hands in just outside of your shoulders, and you should be good on your toes to the bar. Should you wear grips? Really up to you. If you feel like doing sets of 6 is going to wear out and eventually you're going to tear, obviously wear grips. I don't think I will. Another kind of trap there is chalking. You don't need to chalk every round. A lot of people chalk as part of their break, and you don't need to. You are only doing 6 reps. So if you do chalk, please do me a favor, do yourself a favor, and don't chalk every round, and certainly don't chalk multiple times around. Your grip will be able to help you hold on to the bar. And then moving into those double unders. So most everyone competing at the higher levels is going to do all the sets unbroken. That being said, they're going to get tired and you're going to get tired. So if you move into the end and make a decision to do 14 and 10, I think that'll be okay in this workout just because everyone's going to have their breaks. If you have your break in the double unders and then move right into the next movement, then that'll be okay, even if double unders are kind of the weakest part of your arsenal here in CrossFit. So the workout itself, first off, it's a 20-minute workout. You have to pace yourself. A lot of people are going to think because they're such short rounds, they can blaze through that first round. Just like in 20.1, they blazed through that first round. So many people finished that first round of 20.1 in under a minute and then went on to not finish the workout, right? That's probably a story that all of you have heard before. So this first round as well, if your goal is 20 rounds, which is an EMOM, and you go out in 40 seconds on the first round, then you might be a little bit too gassed to hit all those 20 rounds or whatever your goal is. So be conservative on that first round, even the first few rounds. It is 20 minutes long. The second is this workout is small amounts of reps a lot of times. Only 4 reps, only 6 reps, and only 24 double unders, so it's fast. What does that mean? You're going to be going between movements for a very large percentage of the workout. So the best way to go faster is to minimize your transition time. This workout is all about transitions, and as such, you should set yourself up to have the fastest transitions. After you finish your thrusters, set them down in the position which you are going to squat clean them up, right? Don't throw them down, and the next time you get to the thrusters, you have to go get this one, and now you've taken 10 seconds before you've even started your first one. Set them down, and you are going to go faster for it. As well, when you walk to that bar, you have a little bit of a decision, right? You need to turn around at some point. So if you're gassed going into it, turn around going to the bar. If you feel pretty good, jump up, and after you finish those, take the extra second or two of rest before you go into your double unders, which will be you turning around. So just jump right up on that first bar. Something that I told people in 20.1 that I'm going to tell people as I judge in 20.2 is after your dumbbell thrusters, jump up and just get your first rep of a toe to bar. A lot of people are going to be breaking them up, and probably a lot of people are going to end up breaking them up who thought they could do sets of 6 the whole time. So be cognizant of that and break up your sets before you get to that point. It is absolutely okay to do 3 and 3 here. Even more, it is absolutely okay to do fast singles here. Personally, last year, 6 months ago in the open, I did fast singles for the workout we had toes to bar, and I made it halfway through the 275 round. Right? So you can do singles and still have a good time, but they have to be fast. If you jump up, do your toes to bar, drop, jump back up. Absolutely. The biggest mistake I could say anyone making this workout is trying to do singles and chalking up every time between every rep. If you do that, your time is not going to be competitive at that point. 1, you don't need all that chalk, and 2, you have now eliminated the what's efficient about doing singles, which is you don't have to take the time and the energy to control yourself on the way back down. You can just drop, jump up to the next one. So don't do singles and chalk up. You don't have my blessing for doing that. And then moving on to the double unders, we already talked about that, but once again, just like with the dumbbells, set yourself up for success. Literally set yourself up and put the jump rope down as you're going to pick it up. Don't finish your last one and feel really good and just go and fling away your rope, and now you have to go halfway across the gym and grab it. One more thing I would say, which I always suggest this whenever we have a double under a workout in the open, is just have a spare rope on the side. So many people have gotten into workouts like this, previous open workouts, their rope breaks, and then they have to spend 2 minutes going and grabbing another rope, getting back into where they were, and then starting back up again, right? If that does happen to you and you have a jump rope on your side, maybe it costs you like 10 to 15 seconds, but it's not enough such that it requires you to redo it. And the worst case scenario which that would happen is in a 20-minute workout like this, your jump rope breaks, and then you have to redo it because you're at the end of that 20-minute workout. That would be terrible. So guys, thank you for watching my video on 20.2. Once again, pace, transitions, and warm up your shoulders. Those are the biggest 3 things I could say. Pace, transitions, and warm up your shoulders. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. If you would and you enjoyed this video, or if you gleaned any information from it, please like below and subscribe if you would like to see future videos, especially for the Open. I'm going to have multiple videos a week talking about the Open, talking about the workouts, and giving my advice and overview on it. Anyways, kick butt in 20.2. Don't redo it. You're going to regret it. So kick butt the first time. Have a good one.